Look here, YouTube, I am back! It's Dr. Kendo. I'm here after taking a Sunday off. I got some work done. I also had lots of other work to do, so it wasn't all on Scribble Ventures. People, of course, keep requesting things. I'm still not taking requests, so I have to take it out on this doctor scientist guy. I'm just kidding. I don't know why I'm doing this, really. We're starting off with a stun gun today, and I just wanted to see how it was used. Well, we put him to his eternal rest. Poor scientist guy, I feel bad. So let's go ahead and edit this stun gun, though. I don't want to put it in the cage. Let's see, edit object. So for today's object request, again, I'm not taking new requests. This is one that is from the list, I would say, many months ago. Starting off with the stun gun, we are actually creating the Aperture Science handheld portal device, or portal gun. And so the usernames of the subscribers who have requested it are on the screen now. And I've actually never played Portal. I know, I feel bad. Lots of people, I think, request things from games I haven't played because I think my audience is a lot younger than I am, and a lot of them play other things aside from Nintendo. Whereas I'm kind of on the older side compared to you guys, and I play just Nintendo things pretty much. Sometimes a little bit of PC in there, but hey. We did a dot, that's kind of the big white back circle part for the gun, and we've got fin, just type in F-I-N and use the animal fin, of course, for the barrel kind of white fin looking shape, that triangle, and took the little donut circle shape or whatever to make the logo right there, and scope. The scope kind of gives it the extra, well, I guess scope that's on the end of the portal gun. This is going to be kind of a long shot. I'm going to see what it looks like. I thought maybe for one of these jumbled wires that's coming from the back of the gun and going into the little prongs that are on the front, I would use the good old letters of the alphabet, so S is kind of to represent the wire. And I'm going to try these prongs as L, so all you have to type in is L. And S, of course, for the S. So the prongs also kind of, it's like one big kind of prong, and then it has a little tiny windshield wiper shaped almost thing kind of on the end of it, you know, like a grabbing claw or whatever. It's almost like the fingernail of the prong, you could say. So I'm going to move a little smaller L, and dang, I can't fit it over there. Here's a trick, though. If you can't ever move something all the way, like basically it wasn't letting me move that small L further, you can make it really big, and it takes up more space, so it can kind of fit further on, and then you can shrink it. So you could see that I actually put that prong right there. See there, I can't go any further with this little L, so I will make it a big L and change it. Just like that, right there. Okay, I'm trying to position it right. So, just a little tip and trick for you guys to use. Of course, I like to read off some fun facts and everything whenever we're doing these object creations, especially maybe for anybody who doesn't know about the items, but I also think it's fun. Sometimes people learn new things. So, anyway, let's give it off to the portal gun, or ASHPD, which is an experimental tool from the world of Portal, the game, used to create two portals that objects can pass through. No matter what the distance is between the two portals, any object which passes through one portal will emerge from the other one, and vice versa. The earliest models of the ASHPD looked kind of like the gravity gun, and another interesting thing actually about earlier screenshots of the game was that the orange portal was originally going to be purple. Everybody who's familiar with Portal knows that it's orange and blue are the colors of the portals. And that's why we're actually editing a script right about now that's basically that it will shoot a projectile whenever you equip it and use the weapon while it's equipped. So I'm going to have it shoot a blue portal. I didn't, choose that. I just kind of rolled the dice and said, hey, why not do blue? You can also do orange, though, if you want the orange portal. But kind of some last interesting facts are actually in the game Portal 2, we do see some very, unique traits of the portal gun. We actually see someone who's able to fire a portal gun as far as to the moon, showing off its massive range, of course, and it has a faster firing rate, apparently, in Portal 2. And not only does the portal gun have slightly different sounds in Portal 2, but we also see that it has a jumping and walking animations to it. And so right there, in this game, it looks like whenever you send out a portal, some kind of being can come through it, so that actually was Kappa. I've used stamps for Kappa, actually, when creating Pikachu, to get those arms and stuff like that, so kind of interesting that showed up. But I'm just gonna have this hero guy go and take it on, and the hero will save the world from the Kappa, and I'm gonna play with this portal gun a little bit more. I think appropriately took us to this level where we're all in space and stuff like that. Now, this is something I noticed actually. Did you see when I just flew up a little bit right there? I can actually now shoot the portals, but before they were just kind of crashing into the ground. Whenever you have a gun that, I guess anything that's big like that, I suppose the stamp for, all the stamps for the portal gun and everything that I've created here are kind of too big, and the portal that it fires is too big, so it's just hitting the ground automatically and fizzling out. So if you have something like that, you just kind of want to point it up and shoot, or make yourself fly and basically be a little bit higher up. So you want to be not directly in line with the ground, otherwise they will fizzle out into the ground. So we're firing off some more blue portals. I'm just here at Edwin's farm. I'm just trying to get into a different environment here. So yeah, you can see that that's what happens when you shoot the blue portals. It's creating all these things like the Jabberwock and all this other stuff. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. I do like how they did the portals in this game. It almost does seem reminiscent of Portal, the video game, so it's quite appropriate that we have it shoot the portal out. I mean, it's pretty epic. So yes, as we're fiddling here with the portal gun and seeing what all it can accomplish, I also got another portal related request, kind of not at the same time as I did for the portal gun, so I actually just kind of combined these two into the episode. We'll go through it a little bit faster instead of spending, we spent more time on the portal gun here. We're already at like 6 minutes. Oh crap, sent out like this pestilence guy. Oh gosh, I'm having too much fun with this thing. I'm gonna have to blue shell this pestilence to death, and that's good. Well, I blew up my portal gun. Anyway, let's go on to the other request. It's actually for Wheatley from Portal. It's already created. I went ahead and did it in Scribblenauts Unmasked, and so you can actually see that there's a drain right here on the left. We're supposed to be kind of looking at Wheatley from the side, so I did it kind of from a slightly side perspective. So it's almost like a quarter turn, basically. A quarter turned Wheatley. And so I've used Weather Wand for the little thin line shape. That's for the top and the bottom right there. Pearl is actually the bright blue teal color that's in the middle for his eye looking thing. And I do like how it turned out, because I also put a sphere behind it that's painted a blue pattern. So it kind of just gives it multiple colors, makes it more dimensional, I think. And so, yeah, it looks pretty sweet. And here's actually the pattern right there. You can see at the bottom on these, the pattern library, you can see the pattern that I painted Wheatley in for the colors. But yes, we also have some fun facts for Wheatley. Once an intelligence dampening sphere attached on GLaDOS. So Wheatley is actually a raw personality core who appears in the single-player campaign of Portal 2. And Wheatley is voiced by a British actor and comedian named Stephen Merchant, who collaborated a lot with Ricky Gervais, and also apparently offered his voice in a 2011 rendition of Romeo and Juliet. But anyway, getting back to Wheatley here, he's one of the many personality cores created for GLaDOS. He was actually designed by the Aperture scientists as the dumbest moron who ever lived, quote, as a means to hamper GLaDOS's decision-making processes by injecting poor judgment into her routines. While that may be how the scientists designed him, this moron, as they say, has actually been very well received. Stephen Merchant won 2 awards at the Spike Video Game Awards in 2011 for his performance in voicing the character, and Wheatley himself was up for nomination in the category of Character of the Year, going up against nominees like Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War, Nathan Drake from Uncharted 3, and ultimately losing to 2011's winner, the Joker from Batman Arkham City. How appropriate that we're talking about Batman Arkham City, because we are in the Batcave, and that's where I was showing you Wheatley here. Of course, I hope everybody enjoyed these creations. As far as requests go, they still have about 6.5, 7 months before I'm actually going to take any of them, and at that time, hopefully Mario Kart 8, of course, will have come out, and possibly Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U and 3DS. When those 2 games come out, I'm not going to lie, my channel will take a huge shift, and I'll be doing a lot of things on those games, and so Scribblenauts probably at that time will just be a twice a month thing instead of like 4 or 5 times a month. So it'll probably alternate where one weekend has Mario Kart or Smash Brothers and one weekend has Scribblenauts footage. And at that time, we'll do the requests on a top comment system, basically where whenever that Scribblenauts episode comes up, people will comment on it, and basically whichever comment gets the most upvotes and or totals of comments for that item, we'll create it in the next week's episode after that. So this is just for the future. I'm just outlining what the future is going to hold. I'm not saying right now, because I still have a long list, and I'm telling you it's still long. So there's still like 60 or 70 objects that I have to get to, and I don't know how I'm going to get to it in time for this top comment system that I was talking about, but that's for me to worry about, and for you guys to keep viewing, so I appreciate it. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one, and thanks for viewing.
Down the road of twist.